Welcome to Storytime, where tonight's story will take you on a gentle journey to a peaceful place filled with beauty and calm. The story is called The Mesmerizing Daisy Garden, where you will find yourself surrounded by soft petals and the soothing sway of daisies. Relax, close your eyes, and let the magic of the garden guide you into sleep. In a land far away, nestled between rolling hills and whispering streams, there was a secret garden known only to those who sought peace and rest. This garden was like no other, for it was filled with thousands of daisies, their delicate white petals shimmering in the golden light of the sun. It was said that anyone who stepped into the garden would be filled with a sense of calm so deep that their worries would melt away, and they would feel as though they were floating on a soft cloud of peace. In a little cottage not far from this magical place lived a boy named Finn. He was a curious child, always exploring the world around him, searching for new wonders and secrets hidden in the meadows and woods. But despite all the exciting places he visited, there was one place he had never seen, the legendary Mesmerizing Daisy Garden. He had heard stories from the older villagers about the garden, how the daisies danced in the breeze, and how the scent of the flowers could lull even the most restless hearts into the sweetest of dreams. One day, as the sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm glow over the land, Finn set out on a quiet adventure. With his favorite blue scarf wrapped around his neck and a small satchel by his side, he followed the winding path through the meadows. The air was soft and cool, carrying the faintest scent of wildflowers as he walked. Birds sang in the trees, their gentle songs guiding him deeper into the hills. After what seemed like hours of walking, Finn came upon a narrow, hidden trail that led up the side of a hill. It was a trail he had never seen before, almost hidden beneath the tall grasses. His heart quickened with excitement. Could this be the path to the Mesmerizing Daisy Garden? Without hesitation, he followed the trail, his footsteps soft on the earth below. As he reached the top of the hill, the sight that greeted him took his breath away. Before him stretched the most beautiful garden he had ever seen. The daisies swayed gently in the breeze, their white petals glowing softly in the fading light of the day. The golden centers of the flowers seemed to catch the light of the setting sun, giving the entire garden a magical, warm glow. Finn felt a wave of calm wash over him as he stepped into the garden, his heart filled with a sense of wonder. The air in the garden was sweet and fragrant, the scent of the daisies surrounding him like a soft embrace. As he walked among the flowers, he noticed how quiet and still everything was. The only sound was the gentle rustling of the daisy petals as they swayed in the breeze, like tiny whispers floating on the wind. Finn found a soft patch of grass near the center of the garden and sat down, resting his head on his knees as he watched the daisies dance in the evening light. He could feel the calmness of the garden settling into his bones, like a warm blanket wrapping around him. The sky above was turning shades of pink and purple, and the stars were just beginning to twinkle in the twilight. As he sat there, a soft voice called out to him, so quiet and gentle that it seemed to come from the flowers themselves. "Welcome, Finn," the voice said, sweet and soothing. "You've come to the Mesmerizing Daisy Garden, where the daisies dance and dreams come alive." Finn looked around, his heart filled with awe. "Who are you?" he asked softly. "I am the spirit of the garden," the voice replied, "and I am here to help you find rest and peace. The daisies are my gift to the world, a reminder that there's always beauty and calm, even when the world feels busy and loud. Close your eyes, Finn, and let me tell you a story." Finn smiled and lay back on the soft grass, closing his eyes as the scent of the daisies filled his senses. The spirit's voice was like a lullaby, quiet and calming, and he felt himself drifting into a state of deep relaxation. "Once, long ago," the spirit began, "this land was quiet and empty, with nothing but the sound of the wind and the rustling of the trees. But one day, a little girl named Daisy wandered into the valley. She was tired from her journey, and she longed for a place to rest. As she walked through the hills, she came upon this very spot, a patch of earth that was warm and soft under her feet. Daisy knelt down and whispered a wish into the wind, a wish for peace, for calm, and for a place where she could dream. Finn could picture the little girl in his mind, her eyes filled with hope as she whispered her wish to the wind. The wind heard her wish, the spirit continued, and it carried her words far and wide. The earth listened, too, and soon, tiny seeds began to grow where Daisy had knelt. Day by day, the seeds sprouted into tall, beautiful daisies, their white petals shining in the sunlight. The garden grew, and with it, a magic was born. Anyone who stepped into the garden felt the same peace and calm that Daisy had wished for. Finn felt his body grow heavy with relaxation as the spirit's story wrapped around him like a warm hug. The daisies around him seemed to sway in time with the spirit's words, their soft petals glowing in the dim light. And from that day on, the spirit said, the garden has been a place of rest, a place where dreams come easily, and the heart can be still. The daisies carry the magic of peace in their petals, and their soft whispers help those who visit to drift into gentle sleep. Finn sighed softly, feeling his eyelids grow heavier. The scent of the daisies seemed to fill every corner of his mind, calming his thoughts and quieting his worries. Now, Finn, the spirit said softly, it's your turn to rest. Close your eyes, let the daisies' whispers guide you, and let your dreams carry you to a place of peace. Finn yawned, his body sinking deeper into the soft grass beneath him. The daisies continued to sway gently around him, their petals brushing against one another like a soft melody. He could feel the warmth of the garden wrapping around him, and the quiet hum of the flowers filled his mind with calm. As the night settled in, the stars above began to twinkle brighter, casting a soft, silvery light over the garden. The daisies glowed under the moonlight, their petals shining like tiny stars on the earth. The garden was still, the only sound the gentle rustle of the flowers and the quiet whisper of the wind. In the peaceful garden, Finn felt himself drifting closer and closer to sleep. The spirit's voice faded into a soft hum, and the daisy's gentle whispers filled his dreams with sweet, calming visions of peaceful hills and starry skies. And so, in the heart of the mesmerizing daisy garden, under the soft glow of the moon and the watchful stars, Finn fell into a deep, peaceful sleep. The daisies swayed gently around him, their soft petals brushing against the night air, and the garden remained a place of quiet magic where anyone who needed rest could find it among the flowers. And that was the mesmerizing daisy garden, a place where peace and dreams bloom under the stars. Thank you for listening to Storytime. May the calm whispers of the garden stay with you as you drift into sweet sleep. Good night.